Hello everyone, this is Milan from Hypermedia, and in today's video I want to talk about product versus branding advertising. Yeah, it's kind of hard to compare the two between each and other because they are really different, their outcome is really different, the use of it is really different. However, in terms of the results, at least what we are looking to do with it is kind of similar. So what is the result that we are looking for? More sales basically. It's not completely true because a lot of branding advertiser just looking to build their brand, build their reach, build their exposure to the market, build their market cap. However, to build your market cap and build your exposure and reach, you have to sell more, and basically they are building their market cap bigger and building their exposure and reach bigger because they want to sell more. So the end result is basically the same. Otherwise they don't tell you, but basically it's the same. So let's start with product advertising. What is it? Product advertising is like dropshipping advertising or e-commerce advertising. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but I'm going to explain it. So product advertising is an advertising campaign that just wanna sell you the products. This is the simplest I can put it. So basically it is a hard sales campaign. Basically like the salesman in the 60s or 80s, you know, when they knocked, wanna buy this? No, okay, thanks, bye. I know this was the worst sales call approach you ever heard, but, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say here. So these kind of advertisers in the online space are the product advertisers, and not just in the online space, by the way, but right now we are talking about that. And the branding advertising, the simplest I can put it again, is the one that are wanted to show you their brand and wanted to basically burn into your brain that the Coca-Cola makes, okay, Coke, but fuck. So let's say the Spalding makes the NBA ball, okay? This is a branding advertising, and this is what they want to burn into your brain. I'm sorry, I couldn't get any better example right now at the moment. So the branding advertising, so I compared it, the product advertising, to the salesperson. The branding advertising is like the billboard. The billboard then, yeah, it's maybe want to sell something with you, but usually, you know, there are just a slogan, so something, a message, for example, a logo, and maybe a happy kid, or it's red Coca-Cola down there, and something with the Santa, you know the billboards. So that's the perfect, not perfect, but a really good example for branding and a really good example for product advertising. So I hope you got the two things. And they are, yes, completely different. But let's say that, actually not let's say, basically the end result is, or the end awaited outcome is kind of similar. So let's say how a product advertiser in the online space, how to get their end results. So basically, they start by declaring their target audience perfect basic customer, and then declaring their target audience, creating the creative for the target audience, creating the text, and by the way, these product advertisers online, usually video ads, usually nowadays photo ads are kind of dead because you have to redo to TikTok, redo for stories. Yeah, it's not enough nowadays. Text, and then basically start it, and then optimize. How they do it? Usually they start with, I say about dropshippers, because that's the easiest way I can tell you how it works and what the difference is between the two and what you should choose. So dropshippers and e-commerce usually use this in a way to sell a lot of products, and they do it with these five basically. But the most important thing is creating your creative, so video with text, and then declaring your target audience at first, but without data. And then start a little campaign, not conversion usually. They just start with the video views campaign or an engagement campaign to get data. And if it sells good on the two campaigns, then they probably go to conversion. If not, then they will choose another product to advertise. This is the good thing about it. It is fast, good response rate, so it's really quickly. You can know in a few days that how people respond to it. And yeah, basically you have a good return on it, because it's usually, if you do it right, at least you can use more than 20% of profit margin usually. It's fast. I don't know if I said it. But the pros, the cons against it is it requires a lot of skill to make your video ads. Yeah, of course you can pay for everything, but then it will lose its cheapness, which I forgot to mention because it's cheap. You can start your video views campaign with $10 a day and run it for a week, and if your product is good, you get enough data for your conversion campaigns, and you probably already bake through with all of your expenses. So, by the way, so it requires a lot of skill, because you have to make the video, you have to write a really good text, so a copy, basically, an ad copy. You have to set up the target audience right, you have to set up the interest right, you have to set up the demographics and all that kind of stuff, but that's the target audience basically. So you have to set up everything right, and you have to know how to write a really good copy and a really good video. But I can tell you that a good video starts in the first 3 to 5 seconds. If you're free to first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds maybe, not the best way to know if it's good or not. Show other people's the first 5 seconds of your video or the whole, and ask them. And ask them what they think about it, and ask them if they would buy it or anything like that. And you can know if it's good or bad. So yeah, it requires a lot of skills, and usually it's pretty exhausting. So not for you, but it's pretty much you can really quickly exhaust your audience, because there are just a certain number of people you can target with this kind of advertising. Because when you are targeting, for example, with a basketball, let's stay with that example. If you're targeting with a basketball, oh, that's a shitty example. So let's say a ladder, the climbing ladder. Targeting people with that, then you probably, everybody needs one or at max two, but they won't buy 5 or 6 every month. You get what I'm saying? And if you chew out a new ladder, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. If you throw out a new model of it, then you have to advertise again. So that's the biggest problem with product advertising, is that people that you are selling your stuff to, it's not going to be loyal people to you. They just bought your product because it was cheap or it was an impulse buy. They saw it, I need it, they bought it, that's all. And they're not going to be looking for your brand, looking for your brand's newest product, newest models. That's the biggest problem with product advertising. And let's start then the branding advertising. So branding advertising is actually really powerful, because the the worst thing about product advertising is not loyal customers. And with branding, this is the one thing that you are basically targeting, that you need peoples that are loyal to you and looking for your brand and always wanted to buy your brand, because that's the peoples that are really good to you and will bring you a lot of money in. So how branding is work. So basically branding is working to like video views, engagement campaigns, and basically branding is when you are building your social site. So this is why I say build your social site first, because you have to build your site, build the connection at the beginning, build the connection with your audience as much as you can, because that's going to be better most, how good and how well you connected with your audience. So build that as much as you can, and actually get as many followers as you can, and then the sales will come in eventually. But the thing is that you have to pay for it. So the bad thing about branding is, yeah, it takes a lot of time and it's really expensive usually. Nowadays it's not really, but if you want to advertise, it's really expensive. But if you don't, then it's not expensive, because you can do it with content marketing, but that's probably going to take you a good year or two. With advertising, you can have that or even less, but it's not easy. That's the worst part about branding. It's the time aspect. It takes a lot of time. However, the best thing about it is it's going to be worth it at the end. Probably, in my opinion, more than product ads, because let's say you sell 1 million product ads. Let's say you get a sale volume around 1 million. With your product ads, the profit is, for example, 100k. But with your branding advertising, you spend, let's say, 100k on your branding advertising, and you probably got, let's say you paid $2 for every followers, so you probably got 50k followers, which are probably not all of them are loyal followers, but at least they know your name. So 50k people know your name. With your 1 million volume sales, you're not going to have a really big audience, because they just bought your product, not following you, don't care about you, just bought your product, and that's all. Usually, it's not always true, but usually this is the case. So with the branding, you have 50k. So if you put out your first product, your second, your third, your fourth, from the 50k, not everybody, but most of them, I hope so, if you do it right, most of them will see your product. And let's say a general 10% conversion rate, so 10k per product. And you have a bigger profit margin, because you don't have to advertise. If you have a big enough platform, you don't need to. You can, and you will leverage every possible outcome. However, you don't need to, because probably your sales will cover that 100k if you do it right, because if you do it right, you get a 50% margin on that 10k sales per product, so that 50k. And if you sell a $2 product, that's going to be, or sell a $4 product, let's say you sell a $4 product every 5 times for 50k people, then you made 100k profit. So yeah, probably you won't sell a $4 product, and if you do, then contact me as soon as possible, because that's not a good way to make money. And I'm help you for free and no charge, no anything. Just please contact me. Not sell a $4 product, that's not worth it for you. Usually, okay, you can resell something if it's 10 cents and you resell for $4, but not sell for the digital product that usually too low for it. Then give it for free or sell for 10 or create more, but $4 is nothing. So yeah, basically that was the video. Comment, guys, branding versus product ads. Comment what you like and what you think is the best. Of course, it depends on the industry, but comment what you want to see me breaking down, for example, more, or just want to see me talk about it, or what you think is the best advertising, and let's discuss in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. I'm seeing the next one. Goodbye, guys.